What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. This video has been brought to you by www.wileythetroll.com, where we get into all the trending news, regardless of what it is, political, local, international, celebrity, whatever is going on or whatever going on in these YouTube streets, where we dive into it. I want to say it personally, where we dive into these situations and get it together. So I want to say thank you, everybody that came in the house today. Let us do our check-in really quickly. All right. And make sure y'all profile pictures are good looking. Latavia, Blue Skies, Tasha Nicole, Ebony, Quiet Storm, welcome. If you want to join and to become a member, to join the chat, you must become a member, and it's only $4.99 is the amount, which I'm so excited because we have over 74 members. All right, 74 members that have joined us, and we're trying to get that goal by the next quarter to 100 members. And so one of the perks is that we are you must be a member to join the chat, because that's one of the perks. It is in order to get my attention, you must become a member. So that's the reason why. If you're on public assistance, we are doing a prayer call on Friday. We are doing a prayer call where we open to the public, and we will allow that chat only to be allowed for the public to be able to comment and put their requests in. So we are definitely doing a prayer call for that as well. And that will be on Friday, live on the air for free, to help. We're going to pray that God change your financial situation. We're going to go on a fast. We're going to meditate. We're going to definitely do that. And we're going to bombard heaven with prayer, that God change your condition as a person, right? We want to make sure that God changed your condition as a person, and definitely doing that because it is definitely needed, because when we are here, it is definitely that God, changed your condition when it needed for that type of way, because God is in the business of healing. He's in the business of blessing. He's in the business of being successful, having people around him that is successful. God is truly in that business when it came to play. So we are definitely putting that prayer in for us. So that will be on Friday. We are going to do that. So if you are in a condition where you're on public assistance, you need to change your financial condition, and I'm going to be in the prayer as well, because we are definitely doing that for our love. We're doing it from the heart. And that will be on Friday, and that will be for free. All right, man. And then later on that night, we are doing a members only live, where the members will be able to come in the house to do a live, and we will talk and we will chat, and we will be on Zoom. So that will be for our Patreon people, and that will also be for our members only. That would be very soon. So we are definitely are doing that, and it's definitely going to be great when we do it. And I'm so excited for that because we put out videos, we do live, we do members only live. This is exactly what we do. We bring forth shows, and we do this. Even if you're not on public assistance, say, I just need prayer. We definitely are going to have that as well because God is in the business of blessing people, but you must ask him like a father. A father, no, you got to ask your father. And so God is our father. So we must go to him with our grievances. So we're going to definitely do that. And we ask that you please, join us on Friday. We don't have the time, we will release that because I want to make sure I put the live out and stuff like that, because we definitely will put it out there for you because we definitely don't have the time, but we definitely want prayer. And when we pray to God, watch God do tremendous things for your life. And he done it for me. So we are definitely putting it out there in the atmosphere for that. So that will be on Friday. So we're looking forward to it. Amen. Now, I don't know what she here. Okay. Give me a quick second. Someone just gave us a cash app. Amen. So our cash app is $ Marquise Wiley 28, which we greatly appreciate. That way, someone definitely did that as well. Gave a cash app. Okay. And we thank them so very much for doing that. God bless you. Now, okay, now we got a lot to discuss, and we're going to get into it. We got a lot to discuss in this video. I'm looking forward to it, to discuss in this video. I'm asking y'all to please share this live because we got some messy stuff that we are going to get into. Now, let us first get with our first topic of discussion. First, we're going to go and talk about Jonathan. This brother was accused, listen to this, accused of domestic violence, right? And he have not been convicted of domestic violence. And so the brother was on Creed 3. He have been dropped by his management team. He has been dropped from other movies. He have been doing all of these things. And because he have been accused of hitting a Karen, now they want to erase him from Hollywood. I don't know all the details, but what I can say is I speak to the shame of Hollywood for dropping him for an allegation. He have not been convicted of a crime. Unless he's convicted and served time, then I can understand you being dropped from management, you're being dropped from, movies, but he have not been convicted. And then also the person that he allegedly attacked wrote a text that it didn't happen that way. He was unjustly arrested, and so I don't like that because half of the story have not been told. Having management to drop him and then he's being dropped from movies. For me, I feel like all the details have not came out. All the details have not came out, and so again, I feel as though you're innocent until proven guilty. But unfortunately, in the real world, in society, they have this whole thing guilty until you can prove innocent. But then if you with that, even when you prove you're innocent, people have already put that stank on it that you are this person. And so I don't like that. I don't like the narrative that's being run. First and foremost, if a person that is being accused of this, and you're being accused of domestic violence, right? And you have not been convicted or nothing, and it's just an allegation that's dangerous because you could put the allegation on Denzel Washington, you could put that allegation on Will Smith, you could put that allegation on Michael B. Jordan. And so what we're saying as a message, we don't care as long as the allegation, and if the allegation go viral, we will drop you. What happened to investigate? What happened until you go through the court proceeding, and that if the jury of appeal before we come and make this decision to drop you from your management team, to drop you from a movie? I just don't understand that. I've seen many innocent black men get accused of crimes that they did not do. They went to prison for crimes they did not do, and it just get destroyed. Their character get destroyed, and some of them never get their reputation back. And so I don't want to see my brother, Jonathan, go through this like everybody else and we don't give him the courtesy to say, okay, where's all the facts? Okay, okay, where are the facts? They did the same thing to Johnny Depp. Where are the facts? You understand what I'm saying? We must get the facts before we rush to judgment, because when we rush to judgment, we the type of person that's rushing to judgment without the without the facts. I mean, this is a no pun intended. This is a major disservice, and especially unto black men. You know, when the Me Too times up, and also with domestic violence, I'm like this. I'm the type of person, I don't believe all women. That to me, I don't believe in that idea, because when you say all, that means you include the liar, you include, you know what I'm saying, you include people that's giving not the full story. I believe in investigate all allegations. All right, that's what I believe. I believe that we must investigate every allegation fully before we come to a conclusion of the matter. Because it's dangerous to say, oh, believe all women. And then, okay, what about the women that lie? Okay, what about the women that get up here and blatantly lie to get clout and destroy somebody's livelihood? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm not understanding, especially those that's in Hollywood that's making these decisions because the media always getting dragged in the media. That's court of public opinion. Well, what did the law say? What did the legal proceeding? Because let's be clear. What if he get clear? Not saying he is, but I'm just saying, just for a point of argument, what if he get clear from all of this? Then what? Do he get his reputation back? Do he get his jobs back? Did he get back with the company? You understand what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they don't go and bring it all up. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't understand. And even when people would say, oh, it was text messages. Oh, do we know it's from that particular phone? Do we understand? Like, where is the investigation? I believe that before we rush to judgment, we should not just look at a text. We should look at what is the court proceeding are saying. What is the court of law is saying? It's that, before we rush to judgment. And I don't like that we are rushing to judgment without all the facts. This is a lot of hearsay. This is a lot of third-party information. And the media is driving the narrative because, number one, you have to always look at the powerful structure of the media. And particularly the media is not black, right? That's driving this narrative. And so they push it out there. They're already mad and jealous of the success of a black movie with a black director and a black cast that's breaking records, right? That's doing more numbers than the white cast that was on Rocky. So I've always said, okay, let me get all the facts. And I don't like that. And so I just don't believe. Like, even when I get into everything, I said whatever his lawyer released or whatever, I feel like we need to get the court proceeding and we need to get him in front of the jury of his peers and get him in front of the jury of his peers. Then we can come to a conclusion, okay, he's guilty or not guilty. I just feel like we're just jumping the gun, just like we jumped the gun with, with another story that I'm gonna get to in another video. I feel as though we need all the facts. And so I don't know if he is an abusive person. And another point, they keep saying, oh, it's rumored that he was just so abusive. I'm like, well, why it take years for y'all to finally say something if he was this so abusive man? And why would you give him an offer to be on Creed 3 if he was so violent? I don't understand that piece. And then he's been violent when most of the people he deal with, it was white women. So you mean to tell me a black man in this society in 2023 was able to get away with just all this violence towards white women? It took years, and then now we want to cancel now. I just don't understand that. That sounds a little bit fishy to me. And so before I rush to judgment, I'm going to see, what is the court saying? What is the judge saying? What is the prosecutor saying? What is that? Because I don't really try to rush with court of public opinion. I have to look at what is the court is saying. So when I look at this situation, I have to speak it from the heart. And I'm speaking it from the heart because when I saw it, when he was getting dropped from like crazy, I'm like, this is sad. Just so what you're saying is, all you need is an allegation and then you can get dropped. That's all you need. So you're telling me If the allegation go viral, that means you can lose everything. That's the message. Without any other, that means if we wake up today and Denzel Washington get a DV allegation or R word allegation and it goes viral, he lose everything without doing the proper research. That is the message, and I believe that is dangerous to have that message. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, and it's just like, oh, okay, it went viral. Everybody talking about you must have did it. Like, wait a minute, what happened to investigate? Okay, what happened to let's get all the facts? What happened to that? Like, that goes out the window. As long as it's viral, as long as it's on mainstream media and black outlets pick it up, you must have done it. I just feel like that is wrong, and I feel like that's on treading on dangerous territory when it comes to that. Right? I feel like that is not right at all when it came to stuff like that. And I'm keeping it 100% real when I'm talking about this, because it leading to that situation. When I got the phone call yesterday and people were telling me how he was being treated in Hollywood, how they just completely just this one person that told me that work in Hollywood, quote, his career is over. And I'm like, why? I mean, he have not been convicted of a crime. And so why is his career is just over? I'm just not understanding that. Why is it that we are just eliminating him completely without all the due diligence of the law? You know what I'm saying? So before he even step into a courtroom and get a guilty or not guilty verdict, we automatically are 100% going to do this and just say, hey, we just going to take it. If he did it, whether she is white or not, he is wrong. I just like comment to say he should have been with a black woman or do a black woman. No, I don't feel like he should have been whatever. I feel as though we need all the facts, because I don't get into that whole that place where people say, oh, he should have been with a black woman. No, that's his preference. My preference is black man should be with black woman. That's my preference. But if he decided to be with a white woman, no woman deserved to be abused. No woman. Were you white, black, Asian, Latino? No women. Period. But what I'm saying is, if an allegation come up, it's just that, an allegation. We should get more details and more facts before we come to a conclusion. That is all I'm talking about. And so when I got the call and I talked to somebody that's in Hollywood that works for a studio, and they told me what they told me, how they just dropping him and he's just career is over. And then this person was telling me, quote, he must have pissed off the wrong person in the industry, because the way that it just went viral the way it is, he pissed off the wrong one. I don't know. Maybe he didn't get on his back for the right person, the right director, and right powerful executive, and it is what it is. So we are definitely going to keep y'all updated, on this story, because I see it prominent in my timeline. I said I was going to wait till I get a phone call for one of my friends that works in a major studio and see what is he hearing in Hollywood. And so once he told me that, I was like, okay, I can talk about this on my show. Okay. So we want to say welcome. All right. So that's what I had to say about that. Okay. Give me a second here when we break this down. Now, tsmadison, tsmadison is a commentator. She is a person that used to be a streetwalker. She's a person that monetized her body and made a lot of money and became this rich woman, according to her. So on yesterday, I got a text from one of the members of her team. They wanted to show me a video of Miss Mary, her mother. And so her mother, Miss Mary, was on the show, and she was, seems to me that she looked like a hostage. I saw her on the show, and she looked completely like she was a hostage, meaning that somebody had a weapon to her head and making her say these things. And she was saying, I love my baby in the I don't know the name of the community, and the I don't know that, like, she was stuttering over her words, and it was so sad. And then you had her daughter, tsmadison, on her phone, and it just like the mama was like kind of forced to come and try to quote scriptures. She was saying, don't mess with my daughter. God don't play, touch not my anointing. But I want to speak to Miss Mary from the heart. Sis, your daughter talk about black women, call them Gary Coleman, right? Your daughter called me, quote, a cockeyed monkey. So where are all these scriptures? Where are all this stuff that these Christian principles for your daughter? So how dare you try to come and roll up to that table, get on camera with that wig on and all that heavy makeup and decide to address what's going on about your daughter, but you don't address the things that your daughter is doing, right? Or how she stole from another black woman, allegedly. Kaya stole her trademark and monetized off of it and trying to erase Kaya from what she created. Is that not wrong? Is that against God to steal somebody's idea and make it your own? That's not against the Christian, that's against the word of God. But you stay silent on that. But yet you're gonna come in the basement once your daughter is being accused of a crime by Kaylin K. Meeks, and before you did all this fasting and praying, why didn't you fast and say, okay, Lord, word my mouth so I can have a conversation with Kaylin K. Meeks so I can see where he's coming from before I come and try to put a spiritual, a spiritual curse on him. That's what I'm not understanding. So when I saw that you was completely stumbling over your words, you look like you was a hostage. You look like you did not want to be there. You were nervous. You was extremely nervous. Your daughter forced you to do this. This is not right. And it seemed to me that she said, if you don't do this, I will withdraw my support from you. That's what it gave, because it was no need for mama to come and defend Madison and you throw out all this stuff. Now, I understand. I get it. Yes, parents should treat their children with love and respect. Yes, parents should not kick out their children because they identify in the community. Yes, I believe in that message 1000%. I don't always agree that children should identify as that until they get it to a certain age. I don't agree that children should get surgeries and all that. I don't agree with that children should be able to change their name, because let's be clear, you don't know what you are at the age of 9, 10, 11, or 12. And so you have to wait till you of age to understand that decision. So that's what I'm coming from. But let's be clear, Miss Mary, you're trying to come and speak to parents. Oh, this is, but you didn't always treat your daughter with respect. It took you years and you still don't receive her as a trans woman, right? You still call her, quote, by her dead name. So you still not all the way there. So how dare you sit in, like, you are not any moral position to try to school parents or how they should treat their children in the LGBTQIA community, when you in fact are not all the way accepting of your daughter experience. So it does not make any sense. So you're up there preaching, you up there trying to say, oh, y'all trying to preach, but y'all haven't been called. I'm like, who you talk about? Larry Reed? Because you ain't talking to me. So, I mean, you're preaching a message. It ain't going nowhere because it's coming from a place of force. It's not coming from a genuine place. Because your daughter, instead of her deciding to go and sue Kaylin K. Meeks for defamation, she ignored all that. Now she's bringing mama to come to the playground and to address some people. Like, no, what happened to the lawyer? What happened to filing the paperwork? What happened to going to the courts? But now you're bringing mama inside your mess. And I think, as T.S. Madison, I think that's deplorable and it's disgusting for you, a grown woman, bringing your elderly senior citizen mother that's in a wheelchair, right? She have to get the wheelchair pushed to the door and get escorted by her caregivers to the basement. And you are bringing her to defend you. Mama need to rest. Mama is 60-some years old. Mama ain't got time to be walking down them stairs. Her arthritis getting into her kneecaps is all in her legs and her ankles. She don't need to be doing this. Mama need to be resting. Mama need to be reading that Bible. Mama need to be going to church. But mama don't need to get all the makeup artists just to come to the basement to get Wiley or Kaylin K. Meeks together, because that's who you were addressing. You were addressing Wiley. You was addressing Kayleen K. Meeks. So I just don't understand that. I just don't get it because it's not coming from a genuine place. It came forced because if you were really prepared, you wouldn't be nervous. You would know what to say. You would know how to address the community. You don't even know how to address I don't know, baby. What sugar? What to say? You don't even know what to say. So why are you down there trying to why are you trying to go downstairs and do all that addressing? Like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand that at all. I don't get it at all because it was coming from a malicious, place. And when it was coming from that malicious place, I said, I'm going to address this. I'm not going to speak ill will on Mama Maddie, but Mama Mary, I mean, she just need help. And then she had the audacity to say, "Oh, I'm tired of you Christians." Well, you a Christian? Are you tired of yourself? You cannot change the idea of a Christian. You can't change that Christians believe what they believe because it's in the book, right? The book, the scriptures are clear. And so you can't get mad because the Christian community don't agree with what your daughter's lifestyle. So that's up to them. But you're getting mad and you attacking me and you attacking others, coming at us all over the social media streets and saying these things when, as a Christian, your job is to pray, your job is to fast, your job is to really be a true woman, right? Not you get in the basement, you do all that talking, whoo, rah, 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 rah. Like, that ain't your job. Your job is to keep, as Paul said, he even told, I didn't say it, but Paul said women should keep silent in the church, but that's a whole nother conversation. So I just personally want you to understand that you're not calling out your daughter behavior. Call out your daughter behavior when she cuss and attack people because she's being dragged by Kayleen K. Meeks. Have that energy. Call out your daughter when she constantly is on her platform talking about Michelle A.T. Elliott body smells, her odor smells. Where was this energy of prayer and fasting when your daughter was in the bathroom stall making fun of a black woman when she was having a crisis going through with her menstrual cycle? You a woman, you understand y'all have that time of the month. You didn't have no prayer for that woman. You did not quote a scripture. You did not do a PSA. You stayed silent. You stay silent to it. And so when I saw that, I said, there's no way you trying to be this prophetess. No, I'm not going to receive your word, because when it was time for you to speak your word, when your daughter was doing that nasty things towards biological black women, you stayed silent. You didn't say nothing. You didn't make a post. You didn't post a scripture. You didn't fast. You didn't even go and write the lady a letter. None of that. So I just don't understand now that your daughter is being in the streets and being dragged because she touched Kayleen K. Meeks, according to him, inappropriately. Now you want to quote a scripture. Where was that? So you can quote a scripture all day long. And so when you're quoting this scripture, understand that God see everything, right? And so you don't have to do all that roo-rod. And if you're going to speak for God, then speak for him in every situation. Don't do that selective spiritual outrage. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that selective spiritual outrage. Very selective. Oh, it's for my child. Okay. But when my child don't, I ain't going to say no, I'm silent. Fucking I never talked about Blue Ivy. My daughter worked with that, talked about degrade that child. I'm gonna say silent. What is scripture for Blue Ivy? You said absolutely nothing. So now you want to quote a scripture. Oh, now you want prayer. Oh, now you want to talk about fasting. Okay, now you want to do this. Where was that energy when Funky Dineva was degrading Blue Ivy in front of your face? You, man, was sitting in your chair laughing. You thought it was funny. It's on the tape. So you didn't pray. You didn't say, let me go on fast, or let me make a statement. Oh, Pookie Bear, you should have said it. None of that. You sat there and you laughed. Okay? All right? And then you want to be so holy and so righteous when it's convenient. That to me is not making sense. So when I saw this, I'm like, this is a whole mess and I ain't falling for it. Got your mom up there stumbling over her word. Mama need to be in the bed and with some after salt, knitting a sweater, going to church, playing bingo, not in the basement, trying to clear up Madison name. No, that don't even feel right. And she's stumbling over her words. That gives to me force. Like it's very forced. Oh boy, I don't know. Do you want me to? I'm just so nervous. I'm so nervous. Of course you nervous because you was forced to do it. I guarantee you was at the table when she was drinking her liquor. You was scrambling up her eggs. You in your wheelchair, your power chair. You frying making your baby some breakfast. Oh mama, you need to go down in that basement and defend me. Oh Pookie Bear, you want me to go now? But wait, let me put on my good wig. And she scooped them down there with her caregivers and them helping her. And in that base took a long time for her to get down there. And then now she got to quote scriptures and get bloggers together. The same bloggers she laughed and kiki with and cooked them fried chicken sandwiches. Where all this spirituality when Funky Dineva is degrading black women? Where were you at when Funky Dineva that worked with T.S. Madison, they best friends, when he degraded Michelle ATLN? You stayed silent. You didn't make no posts. You didn't do no prayer. You didn't do no hashanah kandala. You didn't do none of that. You stayed silent. Oh, but now, I know the word. Jesus is real. Hashanah kandala. Leave my baby alone. God don't play it. Touch my anointing. Y'all Christian, y'all saying I'm going to hell. Anything else when your daughter is cussing and dragging black women for filth, you stay silent. And then you say, I see everything, but I don't say. I see everything. You see everything, but you don't say nothing. What does it profit you to see everything, but don't address what you see? You selectively see stuff and then you want to address it. But then you say, I see everything, but you don't address it. I don't understand that. And then I speak to T.S. Madison saying, why are you allowing your mother to go on YouTube to watch this, getting her blood pressure high, getting her knees all tightened up, got her bumping in walls in her power chair? Why are you allowing your mama to watch all this? I speak to your shame. Why are you bringing your mama in your mess? I don't bring my mama in no mess. I don't bring okay, come on, grandma, defend me. I don't do that. You're trying to look like you so down to earth, but you're not. You're ghetto and ratchet. And you don't like biological black women. So don't be trying to act like, I'm so innocent. I don't do nothing. But you be out there cussing, disturbing your mama, and she be bumping like, all that noise. Going on, she bumping in chairs and stuff like that, and you downstairs drinking your liquor. Laugh. You got cussing folks out. Mama upstairs need 24-hour care. She bumping into walls and stuff, burning up the chicken, and now you downstairs dragging some people. And then when the narrative is not going to your place, let me bring down mama. Okay. So I'm saying that I'm saying that from the heart. And then you say that from the heart, and I'm coming from a good place. All right. So thank y'all so very much for that segment. I just had to say it, man. I just had to say it. Okay, now thank you. Okay. So we're gonna get into this other subject here. I just had to come through and say what I had to say because it was greatly needed. Now, in this segment, I call this segment fake meetup for clicks and views. Okay, fake we made up for clicks and views. Now, I had the privilege of being asked by Nique at Nite to come on her show. I agreed to come on, and I dropped the link. They dropped the link. I came on first. She didn't want to do it. Then I dropped the link, and we make the ratings the highest ratings ever. So we come on there with Nique, and then she had Armon Wiggins on. Right, this is a man that always say spooked and nervous, that he ain't shaking, but that's a whole lie. We came on. He started taking himself off camera. He started removing himself on camera. And I call that a very weak man. This is a man that talk about in trash, you know what I'm saying, Lotto, and say all these disgusting things about a black woman. But when a black man pull up, you can't stay on the air. But yet you can trash Lotto talking about her picture was a Photoshop. That's a lie. It wasn't no Photoshop, right? You can trash call OG a monkey. You can say all this stuff about black women and degrade them and talk about them, call them B's and H's. But soon when a black man show up, you mute it. Oh, I can't get on camera. I can't do it. And then a black woman, Nique, had to say, now, Armon, don't you do that. That's sad. But you supposed to be Armon Luther Wiggins. Okay? You supposed to be Armon X. You trying to be Armon Mandela Nelson. So you're trying to be, you're trying to bring Nique and you trying to bring Milagro. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. I may be drunk. I may smoke weed, but we shall overcome someday. You heard that bringing two black women on the phone, and they making up, which was a whole lie. We was on the phone, and shout out to Armon for getting us on this phone, and we made up. And I said, no recording of the phone call. So I listened to Milagro. She trashing Nique at night, right? Then I listened to Nique. She calling her B's and cussing folks out, blocking people. And then Armon said, I'm going to play peacemaker, get them on the phone. Not recorded. And I knew Milagro didn't agree with this because she did not come on camera. She did not have her logo. So that's automatically shade. Like, I'm not really with this. Okay, I'm just trying to play peacemaker, but I still don't mess with you because you phony and fake. And so then Nique, I didn't agree to be cool with her. I didn't agree to say her name. Oh, you did agree to it's not real, honey. Stop trying to play to these people that y'all, it's all peace. You can't make peace within 30 minutes. Oh, it's all wiped away. Y'all didn't call each other B's and H's and not saying her name. You got Nique sitting with the great-great-granddaughter of the slave master doing all this stuff. Like, come on, get up out of here with that peace. That ain't no peace. That's foolery. That ain't nothing but foolery. That ain't nothing but foolery, because it is sad that Milagro have to get on the phone when her name was not credited. That's the argument. That's the point. And Nique, you still don't want to credit people's name. You still didn't put Milagro name in the title. I see the shade. You put Armon name, but not Milagro Graham's name. I see the shade. That is shady. If it truly was peace, then it would be Milagro picture in the thumbnail, Armon picture and yours, and everybody's name would be in the title. You didn't do that. You'll do it now because you're being checked. And then you getting up there, okay, Wiley, I see your comment. Do you want this certain person to come on? And then you don't want to say my name. And then finally you had no choice to say my name. You shady, sis. You are a shady woman. And you know why you single? Because you don't keep it real. You too fake. And you nice and nasty. And that's why no man don't want to be with you. It's a reason why I said she look good. She smell good. She's an entrepreneur, but she got a messed up attitude. That's why she's single. Real women of class, women I rock with, they don't get along with her, but they still gonna put some respect on her. True bosses do that. and you sitting with Megan Cunin, an award-winning, you said an award-winning journalist, always give credit to the opposing party. Y'all don't do that. And y'all have the audacity to say, we black Armon and Nique, because Milagro always give credit to Wiley. Okay? But y'all say, we black media. Y'all are black media for where it to people that y'all are cool with. Y'all need to stop saying we only media when we go cool with people. We ain't cool with, we ain't gonna give them no press. But if it don't happen to y'all, y'all have an issue. So Milagro got me on the air, and I'm on the air, right? Nique got me on the air, and I wanted Milagro on there. She ain't show up, but she see everything. She see everything. I show up. Armon, he having technical, he getting on the camera, being shady, giving me nasty looks. These supposed to be black media folks, right? Black media folk give me nasty look, just nasty and pathetic. All right? So Nique come, being oh, Wiley, and I stayed on my argument. Give credit to people now. Oh, Wiley, you're just being messy. Honey, I'm not. You were messy when you got up there with that wig on and got up there, sat with that man, and then you sat with the slave master great-great-granddaughter, and then you did not want to put folk credit on Milagro's name. That's messy. Oh, Wiley is an agent of chaos. No, you're an agent of chaos because you went to the courthouse. You, instead of you talking about a black man that's facing charges in prison time, decades in prison and deportation, you threw that away and you said, okay, let's talk about Armon and, you know, his clothes and homegirl. That's ghetto. That ain't right. What happened to talking about Tory Lanez and the trial? You're supposed to be non-biased. You got messy, but you mad at Wiley because, number one, I'm honest in my messiness. Y'all not. Armon, you not. Nique, you're not. Y'all pretend like we ain't messy, but y'all are. The problem with me, the difference between y'all and me, y'all not honest about it. You get, I said, I troll, I'm messy, you get it, you understand it. But y'all pretend like, we ain't really messing with us. But then y'all are just causing all this chaos. And then you get called out of it from a black man, the Wiley Show, the one that's sitting and defending and standing up for people that don't get credit, that get bullied. We standing up on the behalf of all the slow people. Oh, let's make up. Just to discredit what Wiley is doing. And it didn't work. It didn't work at all. It backfired. And what Armon should have done, if he had the courage, why don't you make up with your friend that you distance yourself from because he was friends with Nique at night? Why did you dump the member of Chasing LA, Official King Payne, because he was friends with Nique at night? And because he was friends with Jaguar Wright. And you said out of your lips, I'm not friends with Official King Payne because he hangs with the ops. Talking about Nique, talking about Jaguar. And the thing about it, and I want officials to understand this, brother, you got to understand these people are not your friends because Nique sat there and still ignored to ask the tough questions. She should ask you, well, you want all this peace, but where's the peace with you and Official King Payne? She didn't answer none of that. Didn't even mention it because she don't care about him. Only thing that Official King Payne to her is a man that hold her camera and fix her wig. That's all he is to her. And they kiki on the phone and drink some liquor. That's it. But when it's time for you to stand up for what is right, you silent. So, and then to Armon, you're such a hypocrite because you say you don't hang around people that get along with your ops. But Nique at Night is friends with your ops. Make it make sense. That don't make no sense to me. How in the world you gonna dump Official King Payne because he teamed up with Jason Lee? You're gonna dump him because he teamed up with Jaguar Wright, because he teamed up, in your words, quote, he teamed up with my ops. Well, Nique at Night be kikiing with your ops. They be on the phone with the ops. Official King Payne told her to go to the court. He's your ops. But you're not dishing yourself for that. And so that don't make any sense to me. How you gonna say and dumped Official King Payne and trash him on Station Head because you said my friends don't have friends with YouTubers. My friends are not trying to get clout. My friends don't hang around with my ops. And then you ignore to address Nique when she is keying and when she told me in the DM quote that she's been friends with Official King Payne for years. Ain't that your ops? I wait. Are we gonna act like that don't exist? Because it's the truth. The reason why you didn't want to come on camera because you didn't want to address the truth. And you want to be all Armon Luther King when you burn Jason Lee book. You trash Jason Lee. Why didn't you, sir, get on the phone with Brother Jason and create peace like you did with Milagro and Nique? You didn't do that. You decided, sir, to burn his book, put it up in flames, to cuss him out, to post text messages, to talk about his weight loss. You did that. You did not call him. You did not get somebody to mediate the conversation. None of that. So you may go and pretend like you are activist, you about peace. You're not, sir. You're just as dirty as they come and fake. Because until you make up with Brother Jason, till you make up with your best friend that housed you when you didn't have nothing, Official King Payne, then you are not in any moral position to try to make some peace. Okay? Until you make up with Brother Wiley and address the real issues, then you ain't in no moral position to make no peace. And the reason why Milagro stays silent, because she don't agree with what y'all was doing. She don't agree with it. She came on the Wiley Show. No matter how you try to annoy it, the narrative is out there. Y'all are shady people. Nique, you're very shady and single. Don't have no man. A single black woman. Why? Because you don't like to give no credit. You mean and nasty. And you don't like to listen. That's why you single. You think you know it all. That's why you lonely. That's why you don't have nobody. That's why you got to do a dating show on the internet. Because when it was time for you to have courage, you didn't have it. You sat there and allowed and rode the coattails of the slave master great-great-granddaughter. That's exactly what you did. And still defended her. Armon feels some type of way. But y'all got peace. Y'all media badges is revoked. There is no protest. Y'all didn't even they have no action to say to Nique to call out that behavior, what she did. None of that. But y'all at peace. And then the conversation came up about credit. Giving people credit. The point came up with Armon. I ain't giving people no credit if I don't get along with them and blah, 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 and Nique. I feel the same way. And Milagro down said, do the work and give credit. And so many words, don't worry about that. Give credit. Y'all supposed to be the new black media. Y'all supposed to be unbiased. Y'all supposed to be the next thing smoking. And then before all of that, Nique trying to school me and give me some advice on how to grow on YouTube. Because I don't have a lot of subscribers. And she know this. She needs to get it through her thick skull. It doesn't matter about the subscribers. It matters about the views, honey. Our views are viewing. We make an impact over here. It's not about the subscribers. It's about the views. So you don't need to give me no advice because you don't got the courage to put my name in the title. You don't want to address me. So how dare you try to school me when you have the power to help me and you don't do it? So keep your advice. I don't need it. I don't receive it, especially from a single black woman that can't keep no man. So you're trying to give me advice? You don't put my name in no title. You don't address me by name. You act like I don't exist, but yet you're going to try to school me to grow a platform when you have the resource and the power to give me a leg up, but you don't do it. But now you want to give me some advice? Honey, keep that advice. I ain't receiving that. Get somewhere and sit down. I throw that advice in the toilet and flush it. Now, when it came to Armon, fake. Oh, I'm so spiritual. I don't do that. But this the same man, when he was in another country, decided to call me and say, quote, don't talk about Jason Lee. Because, quote, if you talk about Jason Lee, he's going to infiltrate our space. I know he addressed you, but he only addressing you because he want people to come to his show on Revoked. So don't talk about him. And I know you ain't gonna listen, but don't talk about him. Because I ain't talking about him. I ain't helping him. I'm not giving him no clout. Soon as we cover Cardi B and Jason Lee interview and it goes viral, for us, 20,000 views is viral. This brother broke his back covering the situation, but he told me not to do it. He don't practice what he preach. He's trying to be so spiritual, but he ain't living by that spirituality. He just like Miss Cleo, a fraud. He ain't real. He ain't living by that spirituality. Don't reading them cards. Ain't going nowhere. That's why that spiritual child ain't going nowhere, because you ain't living by it. You telling me one thing and you living a totally different life. Oh, call me and you acting like I don't exist. If I trash you so much, then why did you call me from Paris, Armon? Why did you call me? Why did you try to school me about not covering Jason? If I trash you and all this and you ain't gonna give him no focus, I don't have access to you, but you still doubt my number. Wiley, don't talk about Jay. Don't get up here pretending like you don't know who I am, sir. When you took your black behind on your YouTube channel and on your history, the Wiley Show is the #1 show that you're watching. You can lie to them black women, but they don't care nothing about you because you in the LGBT. You think they care about your lifestyle, sir? If you ask Nique, do she want her daughter to be a lesbian? Watch her reaction. So I'm just listening to this foolery, fakeness, fake feats, fake meetup, fake. All of it is fake. And everybody in the comments said, bring Wiley back on. They didn't want to bring Wiley back on. And then I made a comment. I stand for black media. He gonna Nique. Oh, Wiley said you stand for black media. Yes, I stand for black media. Honey, you mad? Out of all the comments, she pinned my comments because I said I stand for black media. Oh, and then when I was on there with her, oh, you trying to get under my skin. Honey, I'm already under your skin, under your chest, under your legs, under your thighs, under your mind, under your resistance. You watch it now. I'm already under your skin. Ain't no trying. I'm under there. I'm all through that. I'm swimming all through your body. I'm there. Because you did multiple videos trying to debunk what I'm saying. And it didn't work. Then you had to get and cry in a sock to Armon to clean up your mess, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Milagro didn't even come on camera. Didn't even come on camera. Didn't even have her picture on there. So we just supposed to believe that was Milagro Grams there? No, not on camera. No, nothing. And then Nique was like, I want you to come on camera. While you ain't tell Milagro to come on camera, so don't ask me to come on camera. You didn't tell Armon to stay on camera. Get up out of here with that. Demanding me to be on camera. Milagro wasn't on camera, and Armon ran for his life and got off camera because he's intimidated by Wiley. Intimidated. insecure. No matter how he say he's secure, no matter how white his teeth is, no matter how expensive his clothes is, no matter how he live in a high rise, he is intimidated by Brother Wiley. Period. The reason why I respect Tasha K, she don't run from me when I'm on camera. She stand there like a woman. Milagro don't run from me. She will address me head on. You, sir, is very weak. It's giving weak bottom tees. I thought you supposed to be a top. You acting like a bottom. Weak. And then they talking. The narrative didn't work. The meetup didn't work. The people ain't receiving it. So then Armon go right back into this conversation of, we need to talk about men, feminine men. And them black women, Milagro Grams, Nique at Night, did not receive it because they don't like feminine men at all. They don't want their children to be feminine as boys and be in the community at all. And Armon said, I just don't see nothing wrong. If a man want to wear some nails and get some gel, they ain't gonna receive that. They don't want no man to wear no gel and get all nails and get a tongue ring and wear pink booty shorts. They want their man to be masculine, to wear shorts, to wear jeans. Like Nique, she like gang members that got weapons and teardrops on their face, that robbing folks, that got multiple felonies. Them the type of mans that she roll with. Them the type of mans that she sleep with. Them the type of mans like her baby daddy. Street man. With button-ups, with rest in peace, and talking about eliminating their ops. Them the type of mans that turn Nique at Night on. Not mans with pink lipstick and pink panties. She ain't attracted to that. She not going to receive that. Neither is Milagro Grams going to receive that. You come to her with some pink nails on. They ain't gonna want that. And then Milagro said, that man was flirting with you. It was flirting with Armon. But he tried to put like they was that man was looking at the women. No, they were flirting with him. He was flirting with that. And this man still stuck up his butt because he ain't too busy paying attention. They just flirting in the courtroom. He supposed to be reporting the case. He flirting, getting turned on by another man. That ain't his boyfriend. That ain't Pops. That's what he called his man, right? He called him Pops. Pops wasn't there. He was in there popping with another man. And try to say, oh, he wanted you. He didn't want them women. He wanted you, and you knew it. But you're trying to change the conversation. Talking about, let's talk about relationship. They don't want to talk about being in a relationship with a man that is feminine and gay. They not going to receive that. Because when I was on Nique at Night, when she knew me, she said it flat out, Wiley, no, I don't believe. We did multiple episodes. She don't believe in bisexual women. I'm sorry, bisexual at all. She would not date a bisexual man. She said, quote, she said, I want my man to be straight, fully, not deal. I cannot deal with a man that slept with another man because I feel as though I can't compete with that. And if he slept with another man, he may leave me for another man, and I'm not going to take that risk. I want my man masculine and to be all that. That's what the woman said out of her mouth. That was an odd shift. You try to shift the conversation. Oh, date feminine man. They not going to receive that ding dong face. They not going to receive that. They not going to do it. Nique do if the person had money. Of course she'll lay down water. Give them everything else. Penny bras and everything. If they had some money. To the end, no. Neither is Milagro Grams. You try to force a lifestyle to women that ain't going to receive it. That conversation, them comments going to be so trashy in them comments. They're going to be saying everything under the sun in them comments. Do that show if you want to. Watch them comments and that reaction of those people. And then ask Milagro Grams and Nique, do they want their children to be feminine in the lifestyle? I can guarantee you they're going to say, nope. Nope. Get up out of here. I want that. So when I was hearing this conversation, I said, let me go back. So Armon was saying, oh, I don't give people credit. You ain't talking about me and think I'm going to give you some credit. I talked to DJ Academics I sent him a DM because people watch and I reach out to people. I said it's quite funny that Armon talk about he don't get, but then he get mad at you when you didn't give credit and did all that type of stuff. Did he ever call you for peace? He cussed you out, and he put a heart on my comment. So he do all this talking. Oh, I'm about peace. I don't give credit. That would the peace without the word, and then he got ignorant. The drunk came out of him. I don't give credit to people that talk about me. I don't do that. He gonna need. I believe in the same thing, but Armon, you was hurt, shaken, and drenched in pain when you recorded Tory Lane's father when he went on a rant with them with that bald head of his with a crayon of a lining. It went viral. Everybody reposted it and gave you credit, but DJ Academics, you felt some type of way. You were in your feelings. You was upset. You was shaking in your boots. You had to drink 15 cases of beer because you was hurt and you went on a whole rant. Why he didn't credit me? This ain't right. But you do the same thing to the Wiley Show. And your homegirl did the same thing to Milagro-grams. Okay? So don't get in that seat, in that studio, and pretend like you don't feel slighted when people don't credit you, sir. Because you do. Let somebody post your story and don't credit you. Watch the B's and the H word and the things you're going to say about people. The same thing with Brother Storm. When he didn't get credit for that article with the neighborhood talk, I called Caillou out and got blocked. He was mad he didn't get credit. You don't want to say Wiley name. And then Kyle had to block me, and then Kyle didn't understand that I have thousands of supporters that come through there, and they said, brother, you wrong. You fake. Why you blocking him? He can say what he speaking truth. And he had to apologize. Say, Wiley, I apologize. I didn't have all the facts. Thank you. So I have to remind people when they wrong that y'all remind me when I'm wrong. But in this situation, I'm right. This is about giving credit where credit is due. You cannot talk about a story and not mention the main character of the story, one of the characters of the story. You cannot do that if you want to be respected as the new media. Fox News don't do it anytime that Fox got something going on. They got to credit Fox. Anytime CNN, MSNBC is playing a clip from CNN, they give it credit. Y'all want to live by to be a journalist, to get the accolades of a journalist, but y'all don't have the integrity to give credit to people that y'all don't get along with. So y'all ain't ready to be real media, because soon as somebody is against you or drag you, you can't credit them. You can't say their name. Get somewhere and sit down. And y'all talking about y'all got thick skin. You ain't got no thick nothing. Give credit. That is the message. Milagro don't disagree with me because she came on the show. She said Wiley is right. And then only that, she came on the show with her picture, with her name. She didn't even have her picture when she went on Nique and Nite show. So she didn't agree with any of that. That's what we talk about. And when Nique said Wiley, it's because you two-faced it. Oh, sister, they two-faced it, three-faced it, every other face. Because she failed to even apologize to you publicly. It did not happen privately. Don't give me that crap. We made up privately when the mess happened publicly. Apologize to me publicly. Don't give me that crap. Y'all was on the phone privately, but not address it all and address it ever in the room publicly. So one of the sisters in the over there that is a supporter of Nique called in and said, what about Wiley? Why y'all not credited? What's going on? She was defending me and it got off the air. She was defending me and they got her off the air. And our mom was like, oh, that's the problem, sir. You intimidated. You got 165,000 subscribers. Why are you intimidated by a brother with 30,000? Amen. Somebody said, Wiley, you are absolutely right. Integrity. Absolutely. Thank you for that $1.99. Keep it coming. So you got shaken. You are intimidated by a brother at 30,000. Why? Because I'm at 30,000, but my personality is at 10 million. And you know this. You didn't even want Nique to bring me up. Oh, but this is your show. I don't want to take over this. You didn't want her to bring me up. As soon as I came up, you get off the air. Pathetic, sir. Milagro don't do that. I talk a lot of mess about Milagro. She talk a lot of mess about Brother Wiley. But when it's time to give each other credit, we do it well. We put an address on it. This woman, Milagro, will say my full government name. She would say Marquise Wiley. You, Nique, don't do that. Neither do you, Armon Wiggins. None of y'all have the courage to do it. None of y'all. But I thank Milagro Grams, the number one to ever do it, for having the courage to do it and stand 10 toes down on it. And ain't mad because she came on the Wiley Show. Upset that she came on. Shook it up. And Armon said, I watched the show. Yes, of course you watch the show. I'm Wiley. You watch everything I do. We watch each other. The only difference is you pretend like you don't watch. And then you on your station here, I'm going to quote some spirituality in the book. And get up out of here reading that. You need to read chapter one about giving credit. You talking about, I'm reading the spiritual. I told my man not to smoke no weed for 3 days. He got blessed with a job. Who you think that bleed that mess? Get up out of here with that. He got a good job and he make more money than me. He stopped smoking weed for 7 days. You the same brother that tried to scam your people by selling crystals and dirt. That ain't going nowhere. Now you try to sell this and tell your people to pay money for them not to smoke weed for 7 days because your spirit is going to get them a better job. Who are you, sir, when you drink heavily, when you're smoking on a pen, when you're doing, and you going to try to tell biological women not to smoke weed for 7 days that they going to be blessed? Who you think you talking to with that mess? Don't you dare give him no $3,000 to don't smoke weed so you can get a man. Get up out of here with that mess. You think I'm receiving that? I want to pin this comment. Even Jason Lee gave you credit. Thank you, Trinidad. Even Jason Lee gave me credit. Out of all the things that brother on his show, the last episode of the show, that's the person you're supposed to do for Wiley. Wiley, it's going to take him 20 years to get there and get it out. I was going to go to the Wiley Show and go on his show and won't show it. He put respect on it. I don't care what he said, put respect on it. He was on other shows in their respect of, he called me everything under the sun. But when we went on his show where it matters, he put respect on it. And that's what, thank you, Natalie K, for the $20 super chat. And that's when he called me, the man with the hand on his face from Paris. Oh, I saw that. Don't let him infiltrate the space. And then when he got called out of it, I would never call Wiley again. Another lie. Stop lying to these people. You call me when it's convenient. Stop lying to your subscribers, sir. They don't want to hear that lie. I ain't gonna never call. That's a whole nother lie. And then after that, you unblock me from Twitter. Because we getting all of this clout. You want to see what I post. You get tired of being on your foo-foo account. So I'm going to unblock them. Because you want to see what I post. And when I post in my story, you're the first person that's watching it. And looking when I post. You're the first visitor on the website, seeing what I post on wileythetroll.com. So don't act like you don't know I exist. That don't make no sense. Thank you so very much. You said, Wiley, because you are 100% correct. Thank you, Julia. Thank you. I'm correct in this. I'm not wrong. And you're not, just because your eyes are straight, just because your teeth is right, just because you got more money in the bank, just because you got a man that you control, Nique at Nite, just because you got a multiple men, but you're still single, that you can smash, and that you got men lusting after you, don't make you right. In this instance, I'm 100% right. That's why the Millie Mob is on my side, because I'm speaking truth. That's why Milagro ain't speak not ill will about me concerning this subject, because she know I'm right. And Armon, they're trying to infiltrate and try to make her choose between them and me, but it ain't gonna work, because Milagro is confident and secure in her business. She's not intimidated or by Wiley. So she will always give credit. A person don't give credit, they are intimidated by you. No matter how you try to grill it up and eat it, it's intimidation. They are intimidated by your gifts. And because they can't stand, well, look how he look. His teeth is yellow. His eye is cocked. And he have an audience. And then Nique, you're nice. You're nasty. Oh, you got a small. I don't have a small audience. My audience is huge. You talking about me. How dare you call my audience small when we share the same subscribers, sus? Sit down. So, oh, they small. We get paid on the same day. We on the same. Y'all acting like y'all is on Hollywood big budget movies making bill. Y'all on the same platform as me. Sit down and keep watching the Wiley Show like you always do. At least I have the courage to say, I watch brother Armon Wiggins. I have the courage to say, I watch Nique. I have the courage to say, this is King Payne friend and how they treated him. I brought King Payne on my platform after he dragged me for filth, because I put my personal feelings to the side and I said, this is best for business. I didn't give a darn what he said about me. He was relevant in that matter. He was on Chasing LA. I said, I don't care what he said about me. It's right, best for business. I said, come on, brother, I will interview you. Come on. He was shocked. You sure you want me to come on your show? I said, I don't care, brother. You can come on the show. Care what you said about me. That don't hurt. I'm not emotional. I'm not Nique. Come on. I know how to put my personal feelings aside for the betterment of the audience. You, the audience, have to understand that I'm standing up for all the slow kids that always got bullied, all the slow kids that wasn't welcome with the popular kids. I am standing up for those that don't get the attention that they deserve. I'm standing up for them that always get walked on or get shunned on or get pushed to the side. I'm standing up for you. That's who I'm standing up for. I'm standing up for your child that go to school because he look different, because his eye is cocked, because he walk with a limp. I'm standing up for you that you, despite all of that, you are still beautiful. You are still welcome. And yes, you can be on the internet to get a click and a view. So what you walk with a limp? So what you got a cock eye? You still can entertain people. Don't let a Nique or a Armon deter you from doing that. I stand on the behalf of all the people that get, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, you ugly. I stand for all the ugly people. All the people that is being called in society, oh, you ugly. Oh, you a throwaway. I stand for all the throwaways. Period. If a man want to post a news clip for NBC on his live, he will have to give NBC credit. Period. That is all we're saying is credit, credit, credit. That's all we saying. I didn't say, and our mom was saying, I ain't gonna eat no dinner with you. I eat no dinner. You talk all that mess. We didn't say nothing about invite me to your table, eating your chicken and drinking your liquor. I didn't say nothing about coming to your table for some dinner. What we saying, sir, is giving credit when you're talking about a person. That is the message that I'm preaching. And that is what I'm standing on. Not talking about I must come to your table and eat some dinner with you. I never uttered that out of my mouth. You, sir, were mad at Maddie when she didn't invite you to Thanksgiving dinner. You cried when she didn't give you no turkey. You cried when she didn't give you a slice of ham. You cried when she didn't give you no dressing. I was so hurt and hungry. Why she didn't put me and invite me for Thanksgiving dinner? I like to eat. I like some cranberry sauce. No, I'm not saying that I'm ugly. What I am saying, what the mainstream media put us in, considered, oh, you're not desirable to be on television. Because Dova, let's be clear. How many guys in mainstream media in Hollywood that you see with cock eyes? Let's be clear. You don't see many of us in there. We don't get pushed to the forefront. We don't. Let's keep it clear. Because I know I'm not ugly. But what I'm saying is to the people that power the P like Nique and Armon, they think I'm ugly. And also mainstream media, and you don't get picked for certain roles because you're cocked, because you walk with a limp. Let's be clear. Let's not play dumb here. Let's not. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And only a person that walk in the shoes that look like me will understand what I'm talking about. Only teenagers and kids that look like me understand what I'm talking about because they live by that experience. Only people that was bullied will understand that message. If you've never been bullied, it's foreign what I'm talking about. Because you was a popular one. You never got bullied. But I can guarantee you a person that got bullied, that brother is telling the truth. I'm just a person that got bullied. Now I done turned in and I'm checking the bullies. Checking them with my words. And they can't take it. They can't stand it. Because Wiley is checking them. And they can't take it. And they mad that Milagograms came on the platform. They can't take that she did that. How dare she do that? And I know they trashed her. Oh, we got to clean this up. Let me call. Hi, Milagro. Hi, Nique. Y'all make up. Because Wiley getting all this clout. We want to dilute the impact that Wiley is doing. So make up real fast, quick in a hurry. And I'm on rush to Twitter. I made up. I was on the phone. It's giving Jason Lee. Sit down, clown. We ain't believing that. And they trashed that in them comments. You're fake. You trying to be like Jason. They trashed that tweet because it ain't go nowhere. Nique hurried up and went live. We are mine. And she put in the title, disrespectful. She said, Armon mediate the call and we agreed to stop the drama. She ain't say Milagrogram name ever in that title. That's another slap in the face. Give credit. Milagro is part of the conversation. Put her name in the title. They try to go loud, do damage. You can't do damage control. The damage is already, there's no controlling it. Until Nique have the courage to publicly apologize, have the courage to interview Megan Cunin and ask that woman, how are you able to sit in this courtroom freely as media when my black brothers and sisters have their media conditions revoked when she was on the laptop, when she broke the rules? Armon trying to reinvent himself for the 15th time. It ain't sticking. You're not this true spiritual Miss Cleo. It ain't happening for you. That's why it ain't hitting. When you go live and do spiritual readings, it don't go nowhere. And then you say, I want to do a spiritual reading on Cardi. Do that if you want to and try to say that's a relationship that's going to be gone. But I'm going to have to call Cardi because I remember the last time I did a spiritual reading on Nicki Minaj. It didn't work right. It ain't going to work because your spiritual reading is dragging these biological black women that got husbands and got millions of men. How dare you give them a reading when you're trying to duplicate their lifestyle? How you gonna try to tell Nique what should he do in her life, give her a spiritual reading, and Cardi a spiritual reading? When you, every other week, you reinventing yourself. Every other week, you questioning yourself. And now you about to be spiritual? I shut an eye. I see it in the spirit. Cardi B, I see chicken wings. I see you with Offset, and I see some darkness. I see you walking and pacing the floor and you having doubts. I see one of the cards, and one of the cards is the sun, and the sun means bringing light. So that means go in that studio and you will have a successful album. But I see somebody cheating. It could be your husband, could be your mama. I see something cheating. I see some cheating right there and that. Something cheating. Somebody's cheating. Payola, I don't know. So you want to do some reading off celebrities back. Go right ahead. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Your lowest views is when you try to be spiritual, because you ain't spiritual. They like you when you are drunk. They like you when you high. They like you when you're cussing out folks. That's your true personality. The reason why Charlemagne is losing the clout because he's pretending like I'm all about my mental health. Were you about your mental health when you snatched Jessica Reed cookies and destroyed her innocence and got her drunk and destroyed her, got on top of her without her permission? Were you about your therapist dead? That's why it's not going nowhere, because you're not living by what you're preaching. You're trying to pretend like you're living by a different code, but you're not. Sit down. I'm so spiritual. I'm all about spiritual and everything you do. Trashing black women, trashing Lotto, lied on Lotto, saying that Lotto photoshopped a picture when Lotto posted a receipt that it's not Photoshop, and you didn't even come back and apologize to Lotto. You did an unwarranted attack just to get in the draws of Nicki Minaj. You are dragging Lotto because you're trying to get in Nicki Minaj's good graces. That's exactly what you're doing. We see right through you. Oh, she ain't selling. But then when you compare, because y'all talking about I'm low view, ain't nobody watching. Okay, let's talk about your numbers. You try to do music, the Pazio pecans, because you can't flex. The Pazio grapefruits, because you can't flex. Wash your booty hole, because you can't flex. Oh, you think you like me. I know this is like I want that bling, bling, bling. I want you to lick, lick, lick. I want you to lick my lily pad, or whatever that song go. But then when you compare your streams, Armon, and Lotto streams, it don't compare at all. She have tens of millions and you have 1,600 listeners. So sit down. You are not in any moral position to tell her what she needs to do musically when you try to infiltrate. Ain't nobody listen to that music. Not even Nique. Nique never posted about your music. Nique never got out there and danced to your music. She a video vixen. She danced. She never danced to that song. She never shaked her thongs to that song. Neither did Milagro Grabs. They don't put your music in heavy rotation. You gonna talk about Lotto. Oh, you talk about Lotto because you mad because Lotto didn't come on your show. You mad because Lotto didn't give you that number. You mad because Lotto will invite you to the party and put liquor down your throat. Everybody ain't gonna put liquor down your throat. Stop all that drinking. Put that liquor bottle down. Everybody ain't gonna be your friend. Oh, Lotto. Oh, and then you want to trash her for clicks and views. And then I'm non-biased. I'm all about black media. I get along with everybody. Another lie. You know you don't. So when I saw that fake meetup, it was all the way fake. And then my prediction with Cardi, she see the flip-flop ways of Armon Wiggins. Flip-flopping on her position. Flip-flopping, getting along with Nique. You think Cardi don't see that and get it? Come on now. They see it all. I can't wait for that fallout. And to be honest, you want to be so spiritual? Let me be spiritual. You believe, Armon Wiggins, that Nique is more talented, more gifted, and more better, and she's the queen ever, and you only dealt with Cardi B, ever gave her a time and place because Nique told you no, and she kicked you out the kingdom. And the only reason why you deal with Cardi now is because of save face, because she gets you on the phone. Nique don't do that, and she brights a party. Nique don't do that. So you trying to play sides, but it's gonna flop in your face because one day you're gonna have to choose Nique or Cardi, and we're gonna see that downfall of that relationship. Even Nique don't fool with you. She only deal with you because you ain't nothing but a promoter and a marketer. That's it. But she ain't following you. She ain't giving you no tickets. She ain't on the phone with you. She's just gonna follow you and play with you and manipulate you like a little puppet because you so obsessed of being a Nique fan, and it's all gonna play out. And we see it. And you supposed to be the voice of female rap. That's a lie. You the voice of the Nicki Minaj train. You always been a voice. You're not for female hip hop because if you are, you don't talk about Dream Doll. You don't talk about Cash Doll. You don't talk about Erica Banks. You don't talk about Megan. You don't talk about any of these other female rappers. You don't talk about the female rappers that's in Chicago. You don't talk about the female rappers in Detroit, the female rappers in New York. You only talk about Nique, and you throw in some Cardi. I think Cardi a little nervous and throwing out shots, underline nice and nasty shots. And Nique, you a fool if you still deal with him. A fool if you still deal with him. And then you want to attack Lotto. That's your strategy. You're not for real. It's all these female albums that come out, rap albums, singles you don't discuss. You're not the voice of female rap. You're the voice of the Nicki Minaj train, and not even a good one. That's what you are. That's it. How many female rappers have you put on? I wait. So, before we drop the link, because we will drop the link and let y'all call in. I just want to make sure I get all my thoughts out. I want to say this. This business is a business with a lot of fake people, right? They pretend like they so real, but when it's time to give credit, they don't do it. They don't do it. Okay? It's about being real. It's about being real. That is what we are talking about. Florilla, absolutely. All of it. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. It's about giving credit where credit is due. Give credit. If you want to be respected in this business, you must give credit. That is what we're talking about today. Shout out to Milagro Grams. Shout out to Nique at Nite. Shout out to Armon Wiggins. I'm going to say that because I have integrity. And me and Milagro, we're not friends. We never was friends. But when it's right, it's right. And you need credit. It was wrong to get Armon and Milagro media credentials revoked when Megan were able to get a second chance to return back to the courtroom. They did not get that same grace. So that was wrong. So I will always speak up for Black media first because Nique is my colleague. Armon is my colleague. I will always give credit to those that need credit. To those that I'm talking about, I have to give credit to them. And I will continue to give credit. Now, I'm going to drop the link for y'all really quickly. Give me a second. I'm going to drop the link really quickly. You don't have to show yourself on camera. Okay? All right? All right? Because we don't do that. Only person you're going to see on camera is me unless you are a Nique or Armon. Okay? That's what we have over there. This video was brought to you wileythetroll.com. So make sure y'all go and check us out. www.wileythetroll.com, where we get into everybody's business and mine's included. There we go. wileythetroll.com is the site. Make sure y'all go check it out. Also, we will open up the phone lines too, because I know sometimes y'all want the phone lines open up. So bear with me, you guys. Let me put that number on the screen as well. Okay, that's the number. 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. If you want to call in and give your thoughts, the floor is open to the viewer. We covered a lot of stuff. And also, we want, again, if you cannot come in the comments, that's because you must be a member. And so if you're not a member, make sure you join today and you can be in the chat. From this day forward, for us, we are making this members only. Members only. And so if you have some only live that we allowing for the public to join is our prayer call. And that's going to be this week on Friday. Okay. I see y'all in the house showing love, showing support. Thank y'all so very much for y'all massive support. Thank y'all. This have been awesome. This have been great. This have been this have been all around good because I didn't think I've interviewed Nique and I interviewed Milagro Grams and I didn't think it, you know what I'm saying, that it was going to create all this conversation, and it did. And I said I have to make sure, and this is why it's so important to have your own place where you can speak uninterrupted and you can give your narrative. Because if I didn't have it, the narrative be out there, and I'm making sure that it's out there. And I love the people that have the courage to put respect on our name. And so I will give, thank you so very much for that. Y'all have came through. Y'all have put respect on our name. Y'all continue to put respect on our name. Y'all don't play no games when it comes to Wiley. I see your emails. I see your Twitter. My Twitter feed is going up. Thank y'all so very much for y'all massive support on Instagram. I see the people following the site and reading the site. I love all of it. Thank you so very much for that massive support. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so great that you all have came through and showed us multiple love when it came to that type of way. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will continue to show love when it came to about this type of way. Okay. They said when Wiley hopped on, Nique chat increase to over 1,000. Okay. So yes, so people know who we are. We getting that support. We will continue to get support. And I thank y'all for coming through and noticing that. And we here, and I love that. And we'll be back because we got another live to do. But I just had to come to address this. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to address this. We making this chat again. We making it members only. So if you want to be a member, be a member. Do not email me saying blah, 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 blah. I ain't going to receive it. You got to be a member. That's the rules, okay? And then also we do members only chats. Like I said, we're gonna do one Friday, I believe. We're gonna do our prayer call, and so it's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to it. That you all come through on Friday. I want y'all to come in the building. I cannot stand teeth. And so yeah, so that's what it is. What it is. Thank y'all so very much. Also, want to give a special shout out to Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked for crediting us. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Milagro Graham for crediting us. I want to give a special shout out to Timothy Bland for crediting us as well. Thank you to my brothers and sisters in the B sector, all of them, for giving us credit and putting our name in the title and always give us credit. So thank you. That's my family. And I will always love that to the people that do that. Thank you so very much for giving us credit and showing us multiple love. And I love that. I love it. I love it. Thank you to all the thousands of people that are watching on Instagram. I'm sorry, on Facebook. We got 900 watching on Facebook, 370 watching on YouTube. Thank you all over on multiple pages. Like we are streaming on Twitch. Thank you to the 900 that's on Twitch watching. Thank you so very much for that massive support, and we will continue to have that support. Thank you to our moderators showing us love. Also, showing Deborah came in the chat because she was upset that Armon cussed her out. So we show our support to Ms. Deborah. We defended her when she was cussed out by Armon Wiggins, another black woman named Deborah. And so he called her multiple B's. And so we had her back in that. And so she did show us love, and she was in the chat. So we want to say shout out to Ms. Deborah. Thank you for coming through and showing us love. Thank you, sister, for that, because she understands that we always will have the back of black women. So shout out to Deborah and shout out to her supporters, support and everything like that. She is a honorary moderator that was moderating over here and showed us multiple love. So we thank to Ms. Deborah and all of that. She is a moderator, honorary moderator always. Once you moderate, you're always a moderator of the Wiley Show. How she was degraded and cussed out by her mom, was dragged for Phil, called her so many B's, all because she worked over here at the Wiley Show. And he got mad and cussed her out and called her B's, all because she was over here moderating for the Wiley Show. And shout out to Opinionated with Side of Shade and all of that. So yeah, that's how that goes. Like she was like literally cussed out for Phil when it came to it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so we definitely are praying for her, that, you know, come on home to Deborah, and she gonna come back. She gonna be a member. She gonna be back in a couple of days. So we love her. All right. Thank you all so very much. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's hit 150 likes. Come on, y'all. Click it. We gonna get up out of here because we got another video to do. In a few minutes, we got another video to do, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's gonna be great. We got another video to do. So give me a second. We will allow y'all to know it. I'm going to do my after show on Station Head. So if you're not on Station Head, join right now. We're going to do an after show on Station Head. Station Head is a show where you come on. We're going to do an after show over there. Going to be great. The after show is over there. So we will be over there on the after show. Okay. And we will play, you know, we do open up with music. So if you do have Apple, that's how you listen to music. If you do have Spotify, that's how you listen to the music. You know, so yeah. So make sure you listen to that. Okay. All right. All right, I said to Wiley. Yes, hit it. Thank you. Wow, love you. Thank you for the support. We do have the Cash App again. If you want to contribute to our show, that is what. Thank you. Someone did contribute today on the Cash App. Thank you. That's $ Marquise Wiley 28. Contribute. Thank you to those contributors. We do have Zale, Wiley Show at Gmail. We do have Zale. We do have Zale. So that's Zale Wiley Show. You know, if you go on to Zale, the email address is wileyshow@gmail.com if you donated via Zale. All right, love y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. Okay, yes, love y'all. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna do the after show. Stay here. I'm gonna get this thumbnail together. We're gonna come right back with another topic. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. Y'all be blessed. Peace.